Hey, what's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss the 2022 TV film. I don't know who actually premiered this. Christmas with the Campbells. So this stars Justin Long, Brittany Snow, a bunch of other people are in this. It's an hour and a half. It's super raunchy. It's curse written. It's funny. It's got drama to it. It's really good, but it's not great because certain parts drag, and it's unfortunate. I don't know what's up with the script because you have incredible talent, and it's a good storyline. It's just a spoof on another Hallmark film. Boy breaks up with girl. Girl's still invited to boy's family's house for Christmas. Boy is not going to family's house for Christmas, but then decides to show up at family's house for Christmas, and then girl starts to fall in love with boy's cousin. That's it. That's the movie. But it's interesting how we get from point A to point B to point C in regards to we're going to this dance, we're sewing this stocking, we're taking pictures here. The cousin is starting to, champion and cheer on, Brittany Snow's character as opposed to his cousin Sean, who would not do that. So it's interesting, and it's a good conversation piece. What happens when you're really close with your ex's family and they still invite you to go to a holiday? Do you go as a friend? How does that work? Really good in regards to a conversation piece. But then, like I said, certain points are just very awkward and slow, and it's just unfortunate because it could have been great, but it wasn't great. It was really good, but it wasn't great. My favorite part about this entire thing is just specifically because of Brittany Snow and Justin Long. I've been fans of theirs for decades, and watching them grow as individuals for over 2 decades worth of me watching them, it's just very cool. First thing I ever saw Justin in was 1999's Galaxy Quest. First thing I ever saw Brittany Snow in was 2005's The Pacifier, I think. So, what? 14 years worth of watching Justin. What? What did I say? 2005? No. Wait. Hang on. Let's do math. 14 years, 24 years. How long ago was 1999? I can't even remember. That was 24 years ago. Oh my God. I've been watching it for 24 years, so 2 decades. And then Brittany I've been watching since '05, which means 18 years. 24 years of watching Justin Long projects, 18 years of watching Brittany Snow projects. I am old. I'm old. They're old. We're all old. We're all old millennials. It's just frightening thinking about time. Interesting. Anyway, watching these people who started out as kid actors become now grown-up actors, you watch their faces change. You watch them physically age. They smile and they have the crinkles in their eyes, and Justin has this like scar now on his head, and like things like you see them physically change, and it's just so neat watching them age because you aged with them. So to go as a kid watching them be kids, to then teens, to then 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds, and other in their 40s, late 30s, early 40s. It's just really cool watching this thing called life, if you will. Watching this thing called time. How time isn't just linear, it's relative, whatever. But the fact of the matter is it's linear in regards to counting the number of years I've been watching Justin Long and Brittany Snow. I was going to say Justin Snow. Imagine if they were together. What a wonderful couple they'd be. They're both married, I believe, with children. But it's just, it's cool watching this from a fan perspective, following their work for over 2 decades for one and about 2 decades for the other. It's just cool. I just find it neat that they're still doing their thing. They're still convincing on screen. They're still extremely talented. And who knows what the next 2 decades worth of films and projects is going to be. It's going to be pretty cool. I can't wait to see what happens next. I can't wait to see them play parent figures next, moving on within different comedy aspects. And Brittany has got a great singing voice, as we've learned from the Pitch Perfect trilogy. So very curious what happens next. Anyway, Christmas with the Campbells 2022 film. Oh, Vince Vaughn produced and wrote this, which I find interesting because it has that kind of raunchy Vince Vaughn kind of vibe to it. It's definitely a vibe. It's giving. But I'm surprised that the certain fill-in parts weren't like as prolific proficient. There we go. As they could have been. It just things were missing. There were too many gaps missing, or awkward silences, or just I don't know, man. It was just certain parts were just like awkward to watch, because you're like, all right, let's get to the next part. And we get to the next part, but like, I don't know. So I'm going to give this a good 7 out of 10 stars. 7 out of 10. Not too bad. Not terrible. Not great. It was just very good. Very good, solid 7. On to the next review. Mahalo.